bitch, yeah, you know that I'm your man. You be capping like a snitch, no thoughts, small step. 2 hoes, 10 toes, new guap, on them banks, new whip, new chips, new kicks, straight track. She bad bitch, no bag. I just hit another liquor, she be counting all rest. And I be feeling hella rich, no Brian, 100 step. About to make another hit, God bitch in my life.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Otaku 2 Phoenix here. Man, I've been gone for a while. Sorry for about that, but I'm back now. And on today's video, we're going to discuss who would win between Gilgamesh and Karna from the Fate series. A long overdue video in the community, to be honest. First stats. I'm using Apocrypha Karna as he's described to be strongest for stats-wise. Both have the same strength. Karna has higher agility, but Gil has higher endurance. But when we move on to CQC, yeah, while Gil is no slouch in that, Karna is so skilled that despite having B-rank strength, he can do A-rank attack damage and is said to be one of the most skilled warriors in history. Gil's good, but not that good. Gil's armor won't even really help him, as if Saber, while Excalibur with an invisible air, could get through it. Karna, who has higher agility and can perform higher attacks than that, definitely can as well. But with Karna's skill, Gil won't fight him in CQC anyway. So let's get to Gil's real fighting style, Gate of Babylon Barrage. As we all know, Gil can fire hundreds of noble phantasms from his Gate of Babylon. But Karna is one of the few servants that this isn't much of a problem for, because his first MP, his first noble phantasm, his armor, reduces all attacks by 90%, turning fatal attacks into light scratches to him. And then by using his mana burst on top of his armor, he can boost it to the point he can attack Balmung, an A+ anti-army noble phantasm. And even though it was for 5 seconds, could block even Arjuna Altar's Mahabharata, which is a universal reset. So I'd be hard pressed to say Gil's Gate of Babylon spam could get through that armor. No wonder Gilgamesh himself wants it. Even Gil's elemental noble phantasms, which include lightning, flames, ice, yada yada yada, which he can combine to fire a Kamehameha-like beam, won't really help Gil either. Don't get me wrong, it's impressive, but look at Karna's lightning bolts and tell me you think Gil's Kamehameha elemental beam would most likely overpower this. Yeah, I don't see that happening. Also forgot to mention, both of them can fly, so there's no chance of one getting out of the other's range. Then Karna has his Brahmastra Eye Laser NP, an anti-army tracking laser beam. While it's stated he can't use it against opponents greater than himself, Karna has been stated to be on the level of Gilgamesh before, so it should be usable against him. While Gil does have a lot of shields he could use to block it, recall what I said about Brahmastra having a sure hit tracking feature. Why is that relevant? Well, remember the last time a noble phantasm with a sure hit tracking feature went up against a shield, and unlike Gil's shields, Ru'ayya's had 7 layers and a conceptual advantage to all projectiles. All of those added together make Ru'ayya's no slouch of a shield. In fact, it's compared to Achilles' shield, and it still got destroyed in order to stop Gebug. Not to mention, by using his mana burst on top of it, Karna can boost it to Brahmastra Kundala, making it even stronger. Though that could be blocked by Balmung, which is an A+ anti-army NP. Gilgamesh, using his shields, has blocked Richard's Excalibur, which is also an A+ anti-army noble phantasm, and by intricately controlling his weapons using Enkidu, was able to outright nullify it. But his armor was damaged in the process. So while Gil could stack his shields to make up for the 7 layers and use weapons to nullify it somewhat, he can't make up for the conceptual advantage. So there's a good chance that even if Gil does block it, repeated usage of Brahmastra Kundala might break his armor, leaving him vulnerable. Gil would obviously recognize this danger and would then use one of his trump cards, the Chains of Heaven Enkidu, an anti-divine weapon. And since Karna has the same rank as divinity as Heracles Berserker, yeah, he's in trouble. However, Heracles was able to break the chains through his strength and willpower. And while Karna has far less strength than Berserker, he does have his mana burst, which he can use to blast flames from his body, creating a giant explosion. and Karna's willpower is so freaking cracked, it somehow was able to boost his noble phantasm. So yeah, he's not lacking in the willpower department. With all of these, I'm pretty sure Karna should be able to break out of the chains as well. Now for their real trump cards, Vasavishakti versus Enuma Elish. Both are EX rank, so we can't use that to say which is stronger. So we're going to have to use their feats and unique abilities. Vasavishakti was stated to be equal to Command Seal Boosted / True Ether Full Release Balmung in firepower and was only winning due to Karna's willpower. Full Release Balmung is stated to have changed type from anti-army to anti-fortress, making it A+ anti-fortress. Enuma Elish is equal to or slightly higher than Excalibur. And yes, this is stated, so don't whine about it. And it is stated that if Saber can fight without worrying about her reserves, her destructive power increases. And Saber during their fights never had that luxury. So let's just say at their best they are equal. While both are anti-fortress, Excalibur is A++, while Balmung is A+. So Enuma Elish should be stronger as it's relative to Excalibur, right? Well, Vasavishakti is stated to have anti-divine properties on top of its regular firepower. So against divinity, Vasavishakti gets a buff, meaning it should be equal to Enuma Elish now. However, Gil can boost Enuma Elish even further using Gates of Babylon as stated in his profile. But it's not over yet, as Ea is a divine construct, and divine constructs, according to Achilles' noble phantasm profile, seem to also have divinity. So Vasavishakti should get a boost due to Gil and Ea's divinity. And as I said before, for some reason, Karna's willpower can apparently make Vasavishakti stronger. So yeah, which would win between the two? I honestly have no idea. I personally think they just cancel each other out. However, there is a factor, and that's the fact Karna can only use Vasavishakti once. But at the same time, you could argue this has been retconned, because in Fate Extella Link, Karna basically gives this limit a middle finger and uses Vasavishakti twice in a row. Once against Charlemagne, then immediately after against Arjuna. So, as I said, you can argue that limit has been retconned. So, who wins? Well, I guess it depends on you. If you believe the one-time use has been retconned, then honestly, I see the fight as a draw. If you don't, and you believe Karna can still only use it once, then Gil would obviously win, as he just needs to fire AI a second time. So, alright everybody, thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.